At your gala, you are going to have new donors that you have never met before raising their paddles. Now, one of the biggest ways to make your gala more profitable is to make sure that these new donors, make sure there is an intentional and strategic plan for making them a bigger part of your organization and ensuring that they're definitely coming to your gala next year. Hey, I'm Danny Donna Rosa. I've helped over 400 schools and nonprofits raise over $50 million. And in today's video, we are going to get into what the best development directors do right after a gala has ended. To begin with, let me tell you a little bit about my son's first time to the dentist. He was about 1 year old. It was at the local pediatric dentist. He wasn't nervous. He wasn't excited. He didn't know what to think at all. He had no perceptions of dentists or dentist appointments, right? So we walk into the dentist office, and first of all, the little waiting room is perfect for kids. They've got the toys, they've got the fish tank, they've got a movie playing, and it just already just feels like it is so centered around kids. But as we walk closer to the check-in table and I look, they have a little sandwich board, whiteboard thing right next to the reception area. And on there is the name of every kid that is coming in that day. So of course, we see my son's name on there. I pointed out to him. He's really excited. And, I also have this warm feeling. Now, it wasn't till after this appointment and, the 10, 20 other incredibly thoughtful things they did throughout this appointment, it wasn't until the end that I realized that this was such a special experience. Not just for my son, but for me. It was my first son. It was my first time taking him to the dentist. And it was this approach to welcoming him into the dentist and keeping his teeth clean that was so personal and so warm that it made the whole experience not only feel great, but we're excited to go back to the dentist every single time. So why do I share this story with you? All they did was write his name on a whiteboard. And they wrote all the other kids' names on the whiteboard too. I'm guessing that took the receptionist 2-3 minutes tops to write all of those names on the board. She didn't do it in a fancy way. They weren't in fancy colors, but they were written there on the board. It was this tiny gesture on her part that for us made us feel so warm and so welcome. We will never forget the first impression there at the dentist. Now, how this relates to gala fundraising is you have this amazing event. The energy is incredible. You've raised this money. People are excited. You have new donors in the room. Maybe they came because somebody else invited them. Maybe they came because they just happened to find out about your gala, your mission, and they wanted to be part of it. Whatever the reason is, you have all these new donors in the room. And imagine how they would feel if within 75 hours of the event, ideally 24 hours of the event, they got a personal phone call from somebody on your staff, your board, or your leadership thanking them for their donation personally. That would set a tone for this donor that their presence actually mattered, that they're actually part of a community, and it would change things for them drastically. So some of the best executive directors and directors of development out there, they do this within 72 hours of their event. Now I get it. You have been planning a gala for months. You are exhausted, especially the 2 weeks leading up to the gala are absolutely a Herculean amount of work. It is mind-blowing. It is insane. I can't tell you how many of my clients tell me on event night that they can't wait for it to get over with. It breaks my heart, but I completely understand. So telling you that your gala is not finished gala night is a hard thing to hear. But if you want to make the event much easier for next year and you don't want the event to feel so transactional, these next few days and especially this next week really matter for your stewardship plan ongoing. Now that's a longer video, all the different things you could do between the end of the gala and before the next gala to, steward your donors, your sponsors, everything like that. That's a totally different video. But for now, if you could put it on your agenda that after your next gala, your staff, your board, your leadership, everybody was going to get together the next day for at least a couple hours and do a call-a-thon to your donors, that is going to make a massive difference. This video has been short and sweet, but this is a powerful tactic for you to add to ensure that your post-event momentum just goes off like crazy. In a world where we have social media and we have our phones and all of our notifications and there's just so much going on, when we can break through the noise with these personalized, just warm touches, it makes a massive difference for just a person feeling good about themselves, but also whatever it is that you're inviting them to be a part of, they feel like they're more a part of it. So again, don't waste that first 72 hours. Do a little call-a-thon, make it quick. It is super impactful. If this video has been helpful, subscribe for more videos like it. And as always, we hope this is your most profitable gala yet.